Real talk. Let's be honest with each other. Your current iPhone is working perfectly fine. The battery easily lasts you through the day, the camera still takes great photos, apps open quickly, and it does everything you actually need it to do. And yet, every single September, you catch yourself watching the Apple event for 2 hours, calculating trade-in values, watching reviews, and seriously thinking about spending another $1,200 to $1,600 on the newest model. Why does this keep happening year after year, even to smart, self-aware people who swear they're not materialistic? In today's video, we're going to break down the exact 7 psychological stages that turn normal, rational people into loyal, predictable iPhone buyers every single year. This isn't an anti-Apple video. They actually make very high-quality products. But what we're really talking about here is how your own brain gets quietly hijacked by smart psychology and marketing. And most importantly, how much money this cycle is silently costing you over the years. Let's go through every single stage one by one. Stage 1. Social proof. This whole process doesn't even start with you thinking about buying a new phone. It starts much earlier. You begin noticing iPhones absolutely everywhere in your daily life. At the office, in coffee shops, on the subway, at the gym. You hear that distinctive camera shutter sound. You see the white MagSafe charger on someone's desk. You notice the blue bubbles in group chats. Your brain is wired to use social proof as a mental shortcut. When the majority of people around you own something, your mind automatically assumes it's the correct and desirable choice. Apple barely needs to run traditional ads for this stage. Your friends, colleagues, influencers, and even strangers on the street do all the marketing work for them completely for free. Stage 2. Perception shift. Once iPhone becomes your everyday normal, something very interesting and slightly uncomfortable happens. Android phones, even the expensive Samsung Galaxy and Google Pixel flagships, start looking and feeling cheaper, less premium, or lower status in your eyes. You've probably seen it in group chats. People joke about green bubbles. Some people even make instant assumptions about your income level, taste, and personality just based on what phone you're using. Psychological studies have actually confirmed this blue bubble bias exists. What used to be just a phone now carries a social signal. Stage 3. Identity attachment. This is where it starts getting really expensive for your wallet. At some point, your phone stops being just a tool. It becomes part of your personal identity. You don't just own an iPhone, you are now an iPhone person. The idea of switching to another brand doesn't feel like a logical financial decision anymore. It feels strange, uncomfortable, almost like you're betraying a part of yourself. This is extremely powerful psychology. The same trick is used by Rolex, Supreme, Nike, and luxury car brands. Once your ego and identity get tied to a product, your price sensitivity drops dramatically. Stage 4. Engineered obsolescence. Every single year, right before the new iPhone launches, your current phone suddenly starts feeling slower than usual. Apps take a little longer to open, the battery drains faster than before, the whole experience starts feeling outdated and laggy. In 2017, Apple was actually caught intentionally slowing down older iPhones through software updates. They ended up paying more than $500 million in legal settlements. Even without deliberate slowing, new iOS versions are optimized for the newest hardware. The result is always the same. You start thinking that maybe it really is time for an upgrade. Stage 5. Manufactured desire. This stage is honestly impressive from a marketing perspective. Apple announces a few new features: titanium frame, slightly better camera, a new button, new colors. And within days, you go from, "I didn't even know I needed that," to, "I can't believe my current phone doesn't have this." 2 weeks ago, these things weren't even on your radar. Now they suddenly feel essential. This is textbook manipulation of desire. They make the new phone feel exciting and fresh, while making your perfectly capable current phone feel old and embarrassing. Stage 6. The ecosystem trap. Try to actually switch away from Apple, and you'll immediately understand how deep the trap goes. All your photos and videos are in iCloud. Your messages, notes, reminders, passwords, Apple Watch, AirPods, and MacBook are all perfectly synced together. Switching to Android means spending dozens of hours migrating data, potentially losing some features, and dealing with constant inconvenience. Most people look at that wall of friction and simply decide, it's easier to just buy the new iPhone. This ecosystem lock-in is incredibly effective. Stage 7. The ritual and dopamine addiction. By this final stage, buying a new iPhone is no longer a rational purchase decision. It has become a yearly ritual that you almost look forward to. The satisfying unboxing experience, the smooth setup process, choosing a new wallpaper, that fresh new phone feeling. You're not really buying a piece of technology anymore. You're buying a hit of dopamine, a sense of status, and the feeling of progress. If you upgrade every year, over 5 to 7 years, this habit can easily cost you between $7,000 and $12,000, or even more, depending on which model you choose. The most powerful and scary part about all of this: at no point did anyone force you to do anything. Every single stage felt like your own voluntary choice. That's exactly why this psychological system works so well on millions of people. Now that you're aware of these 7 stages, you'll probably start noticing them in real time next September. Not just with iPhones, but with many other expensive purchases in your life. Drop a comment below and tell me honestly, which stage are you currently in with your phone? If you found this video useful and want more deep dives into the psychology of money, spending habits, and status traps, hit the like button and subscribe.